Let us pray.
Almighty Father God, thank you so much, O God, today. Thank you for your blessing, your goodness. Thank you for sustaining us halfway through this program, O God. Lord, we praise you and we glorify you for everything. May your blessing be always upon us. Holy Spirit, we acknowledge your presence and we declare, O God, that you are first in our life, in our studies, in our career, in our business. And may you bless, O God, the host of this program, O God. And Lord, may you also, O God, bless me, bless all those who compose this program, O God. Thank you so much, O Lord. And Lord, help us use this review in order to bring us near to you, not just passing the board exam, O God. Lord, we praise you and glorify you, God. In Jesus' name, amen. Good morning or good afternoon. And let us continue this. Now, for soil indices, meron tayong tatlong indices, the plastic index, the liquidity index, and the group index. Etong group index, normally, this is used by AASTO, no? So, yung plasticity index is simply liquid limit minus plastic limit. So, kapag ka binigyan sa board exam, it's just a matter of knowing or recalling the formula. So, ang tatandaan nyo lang ganito, no? Para hindi nyo makalimutan. I-declare nyo lang na si Engineer Padilla, kaibigan nyo. Or sa English, friend. Another word for friend is pal. Narinig nyo na siguro yung salitang pen pal. Wala na yun ngayon, no? Sa panahon pa namin yun. A phone pal, no? Ngayon, ipal no? Internet friend. Okay? Siguraduhin nyo lang na hindi scammer, ha? Okay. Now, i-declare nyo lang na si Engineer Padilla friend mo. Sabihin mo, Padilla, my pal, no? So, you have Padilla, my pal. Okay? So, bali, PI equals liquid limit minus plastic limit. Naintindihan? Tapos may kasabihan din sa Katagalugan, sabi nila, yung babaeng sobra sa pili, matatapat sa bungi. O sabi pa ng mga Cebuano, wa mapala, no? Way mapapala, okay? So, yung sobrang pili, way mapala, okay? Ang tatandaan nyo dito, ganito. Dapat di ba sa formula consistent ang unit? Kung eto percent, yung W dito, water or moisture content, kung eto percent, dapat eto percent. So, ibig sabihin, percent minus percent, ang sagot niyan, percent. Pero eto, hindi pwedeng pareha silang naka-percent. Kasi kung percent times percent, dahil percent per 100 times per 100, that is per 10,000. Eto percent per 100. So, dapat isa lang dito ang percent. Kung etong PI ang naka-percent, dapat yung LI naka-decimal. Naintindihan? Klaro. Hindi rin pwedeng decimal lahat. Okay? Naintindihan? So, dapat kung eto percent, dapat eto percent, dapat eto percent. Kuha? Maliwanag. Okay, so gawin natin to. So, yung ating group index naman, eto yung tandaan nyo. Sa pag-memorize ng formula, huwag nyo isulat ng diretso. Isulat nyo nakaganito ang forma. 3. So, tandaan nyo lang yung constant dito. 1 decimal, 2 decimals, 3 decimals. 1, 2, 3. Tapos, 2 divided by 2, that's 1. 1 divided by 2, that is 0.5. Ito yon. 1 decimal, 2 decimals, 3 decimals. Tapos, F is the finest modulus. The percent passing number 200 sheave. Okay? Tama? Kasi yung number 200 sheave, yung bigger than that, gravel and sand. Coarse particles. Yung smaller than that, yung percent passing number 200 smaller. So, yun yung mga fines. Kuha? Okay. So, that is the finest modulus. The percent passing number 200. Okay? Or the percent fines. Then, minus 35, 15, 35. Baka makalimutan yan. Baka magkabaligtad 15, 35, 15. Pagka ang nakuha mo sa board exam, 15, 35, 15, bagsak ka. Kasi 65 yan. Dapat, kung 35, 15, 35, that is 85, di ba? So, i-add mo 85. So, pasado. So, 35, 15, 35. Okay? And then, ito, pilo lalaro. No? Ito parang PI, ito LL. No? Etong 4, ang code natin dyan, tandaan nyo sa mnemonics natin, yung R natin is 4. No? Okay? It represents 4. Yung ating L, parang 1. No? Yung 1 saka L sa Times New Roman, parehas. No? So, ito parang pilo, lalaro. Puro minus yan. Okay? Itong quantity na to na may F, ang value nito 0 to 40. Pag nag-negative yan, it would be taken as 0. Pag more than 40, it will be taken as 40. Ito namang si pilo lalaro, 0 to 20. Pag nag-negative, 0. Take it as 0. Pag nag-more than 20, take it as 20. Naintindihan? Normally, sa soil classification, yung group index is rounded off to the nearest whole number. Kuha? Okay, let us try to have this example. A certain soil sample has moisture content of 22, a liquid limit of 15, and a plastic limit of 11. Determine the liquidity index. We want Li. So, we need Pi first, no? Yung Pi natin, sabi natin, Padilla, may PAL, no? So, Pi is LL minus PL. So, our LL is 15. Our PL is 11. So, this is going to be 4. So, sabi natin yung babaeng sobra sa pili, Y mapala. So, Pi is 4 in percent multiplied by Li in decimal equals W, sabi dito, the moisture content that is 22% minus yung PL, the PL is 11. So therefore, our liquidity index is going to be 11 over 4. And this is going to be 2.75, or that is 275%. Nakuha? Okay, sige. What about yung number 2? The liquid limit of soil sample is 0.56 while its plastic limit is 0.29. What is its plasticity index? So, Padilla may PAL. So, our Pi is going to be LL, which is 0.56 minus PL, which is 0.29. So, this is going to be 0.27. Or in percentage, this must be 27%. This is our plasticity index. Okay? What about this one? Silt clay has a plastic limit of 25 and a plasticity index of 30. If the liquidity index is 0.33, so I presume etong binigay na to naka-percent, eto naka-decimal. What is the natural moisture content of soil in percent? So sabi natin yung babaeng sobra sa pili, natatapat sa bungi. No? Hindi ko naman sinabing huwag ka nang mamili. Diba? So ang sabi ko lang is huwag sobra. Diba? So, Y mapala. No? So, yung Pi natin, sabi natin, plasticity index is 30. So, I presume this is percent. So, yung liquidity index is 0.33 is equal to W minus PL. Our PL is 25. Okay? So, therefore, yung moisture content natin dito is going to be equal to 30 times 0.33. So, this is going to be 10 plus 25, no? So, this is around 10, no? So, time plus 25, this is going to be 35%. Okay? Naintindihan? Okay, sige, you may copy. What about determining the plastic limit and liquid limit of a soil? Now, in finding the liquid limit, alam natin yung liquid limit, yan yung moisture content, boundary between a plastic state saka yung relatively dry state. Sa relatively dry state, hindi mo ma-form yung iyong soil into one solid mass. Hindi mo siya kayang mabuo. Okay? Doon sa plastic state, kaya mo siyang mabuo na parang modeling clay. So, yung plastic limit, ibig sabihin, nasa gitna ng pwedeng mabuo, saka hindi pwedeng mabuo. Kaya ganito natin ginagawa yan. Diba, bubuo muna tayo ng soil and form it into a stick. Okay? Magfo-form tayo ng soil and form it into a stick. Kaya ka naka-form ng stick na ganyan kasi it is in plastic state. So, ang gagawin mo, i-roll mo yan dun sa smooth tile. Ang purpose niyan is para mabawasan yung moisture content. Habang nagre-reduce yung moisture content, eventually, magsisimula yung mag-show ng breaking. Ibig sabihin, pag nagsimula siyang mag-show ng breaking, na-reach niya yung boundary ng pwedeng mabuo, saka hindi pwedeng mabuo. Correct? Nasa point of breaking siya, yan yung plastic limit. Okay? So, kukunin natin yung moisture content dito. And remember, yung moisture content is given by weight of water over weight of solid. So, we want here to get the weight ng water and the weight of solid. How do we find that? Una, timbangin mo yan. Dahil basa pa yan, ang makukuha mo is yung weight ng soil. Pero dahil sa pagtimbang mo kasama yung container, ima-minus mo yung weight ng container eventually para makuha mo yung weight ng wet soil or the total weight. Correct? Then, you oven dry it. Tapos, kunin mo ulit yung weight. Kasama syempre yung container kasi hindi mo naman madadampot yan isa-isa. Maraming error yan. So, yung buong dish, isasama mo, saka tatanggalin mo yung soil, saka mo titimbangin yung container. Ima-minus mo ito mula dito. So, you will have the weight of dry soil or weight of solid. So, let us do that. So, tawagin lang natin to na row A, row B, row C. Ha? Okay. So, yung ating total weight of soil is simply yung value dito sa row A, weight of wet soil, that is W total, plus the weight of the container minus the weight of the container. Okay? Ito yan. So, that would be the total weight. Correct? Ito, minus ito, is the total weight. So, this minus this, you'll get this as 9.46. Then, para makuha natin yung weight ng soil solid or yung dry weight, it is equal to the weight of solid plus the container. Ito yan. Tama? Weight of dry soil or weight ng soil solid plus the container minus weight of the container which is in C. So, this minus this, you'll get this as 8.58. But remember the total weight is weight of solid plus weight of water. So, weight of water is weight total minus weight of solid. This minus this. This is weight of water. So, WT minus WS. This minus this. And this is 0.88 grams. Meron na tayong weight of water, meron tayong weight of solid, kaya nating makuha yung moisture content. Yung moisture content is weight of water over weight of solid. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, ito over this. So, you have here 0.88 over 8.58. This divided by this. Ang makukuha mo dito will be equal to 0.1026. Okay? So, lagyan ko lang marker ha? Boundary. Para hindi magkahalo-halo. So, kung isang trial lang yung ginawa natin, yung moisture content at point of breaking is 10.1026 or 10.26%. Iyan yung plastic limit. Pero for accuracy, gagamitin natin yung law of averages, magagawa pa tayong ibang trial. Mas maraming trial, mas malapit sa tamang value. You get it? So, dito, kumuha tayo ng pangalawang trial. So, paano natin makukuha yung value? Law of averages. I-average natin yung value na makukuha natin. Okay? So, dito tayo. Ulitin lang natin yung process, but this time, doing it to trial 2. This minus this, okay, is going to be the total weight of soil sample. So, this is this minus this, 21.76 minus 11.78. You'll get this as 9.98 grams. Okay? Then, weight of dry soil with container minus the weight of container, this minus this, you'll get this as 8.07. So, total weight minus weight of solid is weight of water. This minus this is going to be 1.91. Correct? Okay. Now, meron tayong weight of water. So, this one, the moisture content is weight of water over weight of solid. So, this is going to be 1.91 over weight of solid, 8.07. And you'll get here 0.2367. Okay? And dahil dalawa yung trial natin, medyo may kalayuan, no? Okay? We use the average. Our plastic limit, therefore, is going to be W average. Yung average ng dalawang nakuha natin. So, this is 0.1026 plus 0.2367 all over 2. And this is going to be equal to 0.17. This one is our plastic limit. Or in percent, this is 17%. Kuha? Maliwanag. Sige, paki-absorb lang muna. What about yung number 5? In number 5, we're asked to find the liquid limit. And ito yung liquid limit test. What is now the liquid limit? The liquid limit is the moisture content wherein yung 2 mm opening dun sa Casa Grande device, kung ito yung bucket natin, tapos nandito yung soil, guguhitan natin sa gitna yan. Okay? So, dito, itong nasa baba na to, 2 mm. So, continuously ibabagsak yan using the Casa Grande liquid limit device hanggang eto mag-close. Hindi yung buong magpantay, no? Maging ganito. Maging yung etong 2 mm opening na to, sarado na. So, we count the number of blows there, we record. Kung na-tsempohan natin yung 25 tsempo lang yun, we still have to check it. So, yung moisture content corresponding to 25 blows or 25 drops, yun yung moisture, yun yung liquid limit. Eh kaso dito sa data, walang 25. 25 is between 28 and 22. So, kunin muna natin yung moisture content dito, tapos gamitin natin ang regression, logarithmic regression. Bakit logarithmic regression? Kasi ang equation ng number of blows saka ng moisture content, logarithmic. You get it? Okay, so gawin natin. So, for 4 trials, kunin natin yung moisture content. Pero, hindi na kayo kailangan magsayang dito sa 33 saka 17. Ang kailangan lang natin yung dalawang number wherein 25 is between them. So, para hindi na maraming computation, ito lang ang compute natin. Okay na yan. Okay? So, dito, kunin natin yung ating total weight. Katulad ng sabi natin kung ito ay row A, row B, row C, value in row A minus value in row C, weight of wet soil plus container minus weight ng container. So, this is going to be weight of wet soil. Total weight is yung total weight plus the container minus weight ng container. This minus this. Okay? Pero sabi ko nga, ito na lang kukunin natin. 21.12 minus 14.19, you'll get here 6.93. Okay? Then, yung weight of soil solid, WS, is going to be weight ng soil solid, yung dry soil, plus the container, minus the weight of the container, minus this. So, 19.21 minus 14.19, this is going to be 5.02. And then, yung weight ng water is simply the total weight minus the weight of solid. Okay? So, eto minus eto, kunin nyo. So, you'll get here 1.91. Kuha? And then, yung moisture content natin is going to be weight of water over weight of solid. So, in here, it would be 1.91. This would be 1.91 over weight of solid, 5.02. And you will get here 0.3805. Okay? Lagyan ko ng guhit para hindi magkahalo-halo. Okay? Okay. Dito tayo sa trial 3. So, this minus this is going to be 8.87. This minus this is 7.16. Then, this minus this, you'll get, this minus this, you'll get 1.71, the weight of water. So, the moisture content is weight of water, 1.71 over weight of solid, 7.16. And you'll get here 0.2388. Okay? Now, let us now solve yung value ng moisture content exactly for 25 blows. Okay? Ang gagawin natin sa regression, etong number of blows, eto yung nasa X. Yung ating moisture content, eto yung ating nasa Y. Kuha? So, ang gawin nyo, ipindutin nyo lang yung mode stat. Mode stat. Stat is 3, no? Tapos, papipiliin ka niya ng option. So, mode stat, mode 3, then yung option na L and X ang piliin mo. So, that is 4, no? Mode 3, 4. Gamitin ko na lang yung mismong pangalan para masundan nyo kahit kanon yung calculator nyo, no? So, lagay natin dyan, mode stat, tapos yung equation dapat ln x. Sa kanon, log x yan, ha? Okay? Then, lalabas yung matrix ng x and y. Nandito yung x, tapos eto yung y. Sa x, dito nyo lagay yung number of blows. Yung y, dito nyo lagay yung moisture content. Okay? Tapos, ipasok nyo tong dalawang data na to, 28 and 22, no? Kasi nandyan yung pagitan niya, nandyan yung 25. 28 equals, 22 equals, then bring the cursor na katapat ng 28. Ang moisture content na katapat ng 28 is 0.3805. Okay? So, gusto mo, gawin mo percent pala, 38.05 equals. Naka-percent. So, then, i-input mo to 0.2388 or 23.88%. Tapos, mong pindutin yung equals, pindutin mo yung AC. Na? Magre-reset yung screen ng calculator mo. No? So, pindutin ko lang ha. So, ang kailangan natin dito, yung Y para sa X na 25. So, pindutin mo lang ngayon yung 25, then activate the regression function, that is shift, stat, or shift 1 regression. Sa kanon, etong shift 1 regression, eto ay shift up regression. No? Okay? So, shift 1 regression, eto yung sa Casio, Tapos, dun sa table, piliin mo yung para sa y. Kasi y yung nawawala. Y, then equals, no? So, ang makukuha mo dyan is 31.39%. Ito bale, yung ating moisture content corresponding to a y of, to an x of 25, or to a number of blows of 25. This is now our liquid limit. You follow? Okay, you may copy. So what about number 6? We are asked here to find the liquidity index of the soil. Ganito. So sabi natin, di ba, yung babaeng sobra sa pili, matatapat sa bungi. Or sabi ng Cebuano, why mapala. So yung ma, symbol natin sa minus, pala for plastic limit. So, meron na tayong plastic limit which is 17% from number 4. And ang kailangan lang natin dito yung moisture content saka yung plasticity index. Yung moisture content, makukuha natin dito from natural moisture content data. Now, anong pinagkaiba nitong data na to dun sa data ng plastic limit test? Ganito. Sa plastic limit test, itong nakuha nating moisture content na to, these are soil with modified moisture content. Meaning, yung nakuha nating soil sa natural state, kinuha natin yan, minodify natin, dinagdagan o binawasan natin ng tubig para siya'y maging plastic. Magkaroon siya ng plastic consistency, pwede nating ma-form into a soil state. Tama? So, tapos, we do this. Pero, dito, yung moisture content na kinuha natin is, pagkuha mo ng sample, you didn't add nor subtract moisture or water from the soil. Kinuha mo agad yung moisture content. Yun yung natural moisture content dito sa formula na to. Naintindihan? Okay, kunin natin, ha? So, in here, yung weight, total weight plus weight of container or weight of wet soil plus container minus weight ng container, this minus this would be the total weight or weight of wet soil, no? So, this minus this, you'll be getting this as 7.2. Then, weight of dry soil, that is weight of solid plus weight of container, minus weight ng container, that is WS. So, this minus this, you'll get WS. And you'll get this minus this, you'll get 5.5 grams. And dahil total weight is weight of water plus weight of solid, weight of water is going to be the total weight minus weight of solid. So, this minus this would be 1.7. And yung moisture content is weight of water over weight of solid. So, this is 1.7 over 5.5. And this will be equal to, makukuha mo 0.309. This is the moisture content for the first trial. Okay? Lagyan ko ng guhit, ha? So, punta tayo sa second trial. Now, this minus this minus this is the total weight. Okay? So, compute natin. So, you'll get here 15.98 minus 8.12. What you will get here will be 7.86. Kuha? Paliwanag. So, and then, this minus this is weight of solid. 14.25 minus 8.12, you'll get here 6.13. And then weight of water is total weight minus weight of solid. This minus this, it is going to be 1.73. Okay? And then yung moisture content is weight of water over weight of solid. It is equal to 1.73. Eto, weight of water over weight of solid over 6.13. You compute this and you'll be able to get the moisture content for the second trial or second sample. And this is 0.282. Kuha? And then, kung isang trial lang, ito na yung natural moisture content. Kung isang trial lang, ito yung ginawa natin, ito na yung moisture content. Correct? Pero dalawang trial yan, so we use the average. Okay? So, using the average, this plus this over 2, yun yung W na gagamitin natin. So, that is W average, which is 0.309 plus 0.282, this plus this over 2. And ang makukuha nyo dito is 0.2955. Or that is 29.55%. Meron na tayong W, meron tayong PL. Ang kailangan na lang, yung plasticity index. Tawagin ko lang muna tong equation 1. But what is plasticity index? Padilla may PAL, di ba? Okay, so Padilla may PAL. Ano yung liquid limit? Our liquid limit is 31.39%. Yan, ha? Minus plastic limit from previous result, this is 17%. Okay? So, therefore, you'll get here 14.39%. Tapos na ang kwento. So, computing it, galing sa equation 1. Plasticity index, which is 14.39, nakapersento, times liquidity index, which is required here, moisture content, which is 0.29.55, so 29.55%, minus the plastic limit, which is 17%. So this will enable us solve our liquidity index. It is equal to this divided by this, at ang sagot niya naka-percent. Kuha niya? So let me compute it. Pag kinumpute mo yan, you'll get here 0.8721, or in percent, that is 87.21%. This is your liquidity index. Kuha niya? Sige, pakikopya.
What about this problem number 7? We're asked here to find the group index according to a ASTO classification system based on this result of Shiv analysis of a certain sample of soil. The liquid limit and plastic limit are also given here. Now, sa group index, one quantity that you need is the plasticity index. From Padilla may PAL. So, our PI is LL minus PL. 45 minus 17, this is going to be 28. Okay? So, in here, yung group index, as I told you, 1 decimal, 2 decimals, 3 decimals, 1, 2, 3. Starting with 2 divided by 2, 1 divided by 2.5. You get it? And then F minus 35, 15, 35. Pilo, lalaro. Okay? So this must not exceed 40. This cannot exceed 20. Pag naglagpas sa 20 to, take it as 20. Pag naglagpas sa 40 to, take it as 40. And none of them could be negative. So pag nag-negative, take it as 0. Let us have it. Yung F natin is the fineness modulus, the percent passing number 200 sheave. Ang ibig sabihin, yung soil mo is 55% fines, no? Ito yung percent fines. So, ibig sabihin, 45% coarse, 55% fines. Okay? Yung number 200. So, yan yung 0.074 mm, no? Okay? Now, so i-substitute natin dito yung 55, okay, sa F. Ito ay 55. So, yung PI natin is 17, yung PI natin is 28, and RLL is 45, no? So, this is 45. We have to assess our values. So, our group index is going to be 0.2, 0.01, 0.005. So we have here 55 minus 35, that is 20. So that's okay, less than 40. 55 minus 15, that is 40, still okay. So this is 20. So 28 minus 10, this is 18. 45 minus 40, this is 5. None is 0. None is more than 20, none is more than 40. So, okay. So, solving our group index here, our group index is going to be equal to 11.7. Kuha? Okay, copy. What about this one? The particle size distribution curve of a particular soil sample has the following values. So, ito yung mga na-reveal nung distribution curve. So, diameter corresponding to 10% finer D10 is 0.96. The diameter or size corresponding to 30% finer is 0.16. While the diameter corresponding to 60% finer D60 is 0.24. We are to determine the coefficient of uniformity and the coefficient of curvature or gradation. Yung ating CU, the coefficient of uniformity is given by D60 over D10. Parang bolo, no? So, it is equal to D60 is 0.24 over D10 is 0.96. So, if you compute this, this would be 0.25. On the other hand, para sa CG, D30 squared over D60 over D10, our D30 is 0.16, parang D30, parang Duterte, no? Bolo, no? Isipin mo si Duterte may hawak na jungle bolo, no? Okay? So, 0.16 squared over D60, it's 0.24. D10, it's 0.96. So, you calculate this, ang makukuha nyo dito is 0.11111, no? Or 1 over 9. Maliwanag? So, kopya. Let us have this example. We are asked here to find the effective grain size D10 or the size corresponding to 10% passing and to determine the coefficient of uniformity. For number 9, it is directly available from the table. The percent passing number 100, which is 0.149, is 10%. This is exactly 10. So, therefore, it's D10 is 0.149. Okay? Ito na agad yung sagot. Ang problema natin, yung number 10, yung CU. Our CU is D60 over D10. Jungle bolo, no? Okay? So, meron tayong D10, ang problema natin yung D60. Wala tayong eksaktong 60%. 60% is between 64 and 58. Nandito yan. Okay? Naintindihan? So, ang kailangan natin yung value between 2.38 and 2. Correct? Tama po. So, ito ay Y, ito ay X. Ang relationship ng opening sa percent passing, kung titignan mo sa mga books, ang equation nito sa kanito logarithmic. Kaya, pag ginamitan natin to ng mode stat sa calculator natin, so we will be using here logarithmic equation or logarithmic regression. So, ang gawin mo lang dito is para sa D60, mode stat, tapos ang piliin mo ln of x. Sa kanon, it's log of x, ha? Okay. Ang x dito, yung opening, ang ating percent passing, yung y. So, piliin lang natin etong ordered pair na to, no? Na where 60 is in between. Okay? So, you have here sa x, lalabas dito yung matrix ng x, which is our opening, and yung y, which is our percent passing. Okay? So, sa x natin, input mo lang to, 2.38 equals, then 2.0 equals, then dalin mo lang yung cursor dito sa tapat ng 2.38, then input the y corresponding to them, 64 equals, then 58 equals. No? So, after this, you just press AC. So, press AC in your calculator. Magre-reset yung screen, maklik clear. Pero, yung data na to, nasa memory. So, pag press mo ng AC ngayon, ang susunod mong pindutin, yung regression. So, kailangan natin ng X for a Y of 60. So, if input natin yung 60, ngayon, activate the regression function. The regression function or regression solver is shift 1, press the key for regression. Sa Canon, this is shift up, no? Shift up stat regression. Okay? So, then, piliin mo to, bibigyan ka ng option, ano ba yung sinosolve mo? Ang sinosolve natin ay X. Pag ang pinili mong key, yung X, understood niya, i-interpret na ito ay Y. So, X, then, press equals. No? Hindi yung alpha X, ha? Yung key corresponding sa X missing. So, X equals. Your calculator will display the value of X corresponding to 60% passing, and this is your D60. And you'll get here 2.12. Maliwanag? So, therefore, meron na tayong D60. This is our D60. Ang kailangan na lang natin ay CU. Our CU, therefore, is going to be D60, which is 2.12 over D10, which is 0.149. You compute this, and this is going to be 14.22. So, this is our CU. Maliwanag? Klaro? Okay, you may copy. What about this situation 4? We are given here the sheave analysis of soil A, and we are asked here to find the coefficient of uniformity of the soil. Now, this is the same data as our problem before, no? In problem number 10. So, we know that CU is equal to 14.22. Tama? And also from previous result, we obtained that D60, this one, yung D60 or corresponding to 60% passing was 2.12. Okay? So, that is from where we obtained CU, that is 2.12 D60 over D10, 2.12 over 0.149, and we obtained that to be 14.22. Okay? Now, ang sa number 12, we are to classify this soil using the USCS method. So, I provided you with a table for USCS. So, I will just reflect it here, no? So, for your reference. Now, ang una nyong titignan is yung soil A, nakalagay dito, well-graded sand, well-graded gravel, poorly graded sand, poorly graded gravel. So, ang una nyong titignan dyan is sino ba yung mas marami? No? Mapapansin nyo, may mga rows dyan sa table. Sino yung mas marami? Yung gravel ba o yung sand ba? Tama? Maliwanag? Or yung coarse or yung fines. Mauuna nyo i-classify kung sinong mas marami, coarse or fines. Makikita nyo dun sa table ng USCS. So, kung titignan natin, diba, sa USCS, ang partition limits nila is 4.76, tama? Yun yung partition ng sand and gravel. Yung 0.074, yan yung partition ng silt saka ng sand. Tama? Or ito yung partition, ito yung finest modulus, siya yung nagde-define ilang percent ang fines, ilang percent ang coarse. Ang coarse, sand and gravel. Ang fine, silt and clay. Since 4% only passes through 0.074, it means ang fines natin only 4%. Kung ang fines natin 4%, it means ang coarse ay 96%. So, pupunta ka sa table, sa upper table ng USCS o dun sa coarse. So, i-define mo ngayon sino yung mas marami, yung gravel or yung sand. Ang partition nila, itong number 4. Sa AASTO, ang partition ng gravel and sand is 2 mm. Okay? So, dito, dahil USCS to, ang partition is 4.76. Look, 90% passes through 4.76. Ang gravel is mas malaki sa 4.76. So, kung 90% pass through or is finer than 4.76, ilang percent ang hindi finer? So, that would be 100 minus 90. This is 10% gravel. Kung yung 96% ay coarse, 10% lang dyan ang gravel, ilan dyan ang sand? That would be 90 minus 4. So, this must be 86%. Or 96 minus 10, that is 86. You follow? Sino ang lamang? Gravel o sand? Sand. Kaya ang classification ng soil A based sa sand column. Makikita nyo dyan sa chart, okay? Makikita nyo yung sa chart, doon sa sand soil classification, etong SW, SP, SM, and SC. Well-graded sand, poorly graded sand, silty sand, clay sand, no? Ang classification sa SW, unahin natin to. Malamang wala tong dalawang to kasi wala naman tayo doon sa choices na well-graded saka poorly graded sand, no? So, sa SW, ang unang classification, CU must be greater than 6, CC must be between 1 and 3. Our CU is 14.22 and this is greater than 6. So, this is satisfied. Let us solve our CC or CG. Our CC or CG is going to be D30, D30, or Duterte, no? May hawak na jungle bolo, no? 60, D10. And this is going to be, our D30 is 0.71. So, this is 0.71 squared over D60, which is 2.12. D10 is 0.149. Tama? Ito. So, D10, 149. D60, 2.12. So, therefore, this is going to be, if you compute this, this is going to be 1.6. And 1.6 is between 1. It is less than 1 but greater than 3. Between 1 and 3 are the qualifications or requirements for SW satisfied? Yes. So, therefore, our soil is well-graded sand. So, it must be letter A. You follow? Maliwanag? So, paki-absorb. what about number 13, no? We are to classify soil B using the USES method. So again, the first step is to define or to know whether it is sand or gravel. Pero una, coarse or fine. Sino lamang? So, dito, 0%. Unahin natin yung fineness modulus. 0% is finer than 200. So, it means this is 0% fines. Kung 0% fines, 100% coarse. No? Tama. Okay. Now, ilang percent ang gravel? Ilang percent ang sand? So, gravel is bigger than 4.76 for USES. Sa AAS to 2, di ba? So, dito 4.76. 100% is finer or is passing through this. So, it means ilan percent ang bigger than 4.76? 0, kasi 100% finer. So, it means this is 0% gravel. Sa 100%, 0% ang gravel, how many percent is sand? 100%. So again, the classification must be sand classification. Punta ka dun sa USES chart. So, ito yung mga classification. Simula tayo sa SW. SW if CU is greater than 6. So, yung CU natin, alam natin, di ba? CU is equal to D60 over D10. Bolo, di ba? So, wala tayong eksaktong 60, wala tayong eksaktong 10. Wala rin tayong eksaktong 30. So, we have to solve all three of them using ModeStat LNX. Okay? So, let us begin with D60. Yung 60 is between 72 and 45. Okay? So, it means nandito yung D60 between this and this. Okay? So, ito yung ating D60. So, para sa D60, kunin natin itong ordered pair na to. Okay? So, i-apply natin yung ModeStat. ModeStat L and X, no? Ulitin ko sa Canon, log X. Dun sa X, nandito yung D, no? Ito yung D. Dun sa Y, nandito yung percent passing. So, ModeStat ln X, papasok ka sa matrix, i-input mo itong values na to. Okay? So, 0.71 equals 0.25 equals. Then, bring it here, across 0.71, bring the cursor there. So, this is 72 equals. Then, 45 equals. Okay? So, pagkatapos mo nito, i-press mo lang yung AC, no? I-press mo yung AC ng calculator, then magre-reset yung screen. Yung screen lang, pero ito, nasa memory yan. Then, activate yung regression function mo, pero ang kailangan natin is the X for a Y of 60. So, pindutin mo muna yung 60, don't press equals. Then, activate the regression function. The regression function is shift 1 sa Canon, shift up, no? Then, regression. So, pag press mo ngayon nito, meron table na lalabas, papipiliin ka, ano yung nawawala mo? A, B, R, X, Y. Ang nawawala natin is X. Pag X ang pinindot mo, hindi alpha X, yung number corresponding to X. So, pag X ang pinili mo, understood na yung 60 na to, Y. So, choose the key for X. Then, press equals. Your calculator will display the value. Ito yung display ng calculator nyo. Ito yung ating D60. The size corresponding or the X corresponding to a Y of 60. Let me solve this. You'll get here 0.4465. Ito yung D60. I-solve ko ngayon yung D30. Para sa D30, ito, 30 is between 45 and 25. Nandito naman yung 30. Correct? So yung x na corresponding here, ito yung D30. Let me consider that. No? So, ang kukunin natin para sa D30, yung 45 and 25. So, let us take this ordered pair para sa D30. So, ulitin lang natin to, balik lang tayo dito. Mode stat, pwede ka nang hindi mag-mode stat kung gusto mo, no? Okay? Ang pindutin mo lang is shift 1 data, no? Shift 1. Yung data. Kasi sayang din tong na-input na natin na 0.25 and 45, no? Okay? So, input lang natin yan. So, 2. So, data. Palitan mo na lang, nandyan naman kasi yung 0.25 saka yung 45. Palitan mo na lang yung 71 saka yung 72 ng 0.149 saka 25, no? So, 0.149 and equals dun sa 0.149, ang katumbas niyan 25. Kahit magkabaligtad, no? So, bali, ang lalabas dyan sa calculator mo, nandun ang dati, di ba? Nandun ang dati yung 0.25 saka yung 45. Ito, nandun na. Okay? So, pag press mo ng shift 1 data, lalabas yung x and y. Ito yung 0.71, ito yung 72. So, palitan mo lang to ng 0.149, ito, saka 25. Okay? Equals, then dalin mo lang dito yung cursor, balik dito, then this is 25. Ang kailangan natin yung nandito na 30, yung value dito. Okay? So, pag press mo ng 25, di ba? Nandyan na yan. So, bababa dito, nakalagay sa screen mo 45. Huwag mo nang baguhin yan kasi tama naman to eh. 0.25 saka 45. So, bali naka-input ngayon ito. Pero nauna lang sa sequence to kaysa dito. Pero okay lang yan. No? So, dito, press mo ngayon ulit yung, pagkatapos nito, press mo ngayon yung AC. No? Pagkatapos ng AC, then press mo yung 30. Ang kailangan mo dito yung X corresponding to Y of 30. So, activate. Gayahin mo lang to. Shift 1 regression. Okay? So, pindutin ko. 30. Shift 1 regression. Then X. That is corresponding to 4, no? Then press equals. Ang display ngayon sa calculator natin, eto ngayon yung D30. Okay? So, equals. So, this is 0.1696. Ito yung D30. You follow? Okay. Now, kunin ko naman yung D10. Yung 10 is between 25 and 0. Okay? So, this time, para sa D10, it must be between 149 and 74. Nandito yan. Correct? So, ang ordered pair ko ngayon, itong dalawang to. Na? Again, itong value na to, nasa calculator na to. So, hindi na ako mag-mode stat. Dahil nasa stat naman ako. So, ang gagawin ko lang, shift 1 data. Tama? So, shift 1 data. Mapapansin nyo, ito yung nasa calculator, right? So, it means yung 149 saka 25 nandyan na, ipapasok na lang natin itong dalawang to. Okay? So, ibaba nyo lang yung cursor. Ibaba nyo lang yung cursor, 0.149 saka 25, nandyan na dati. Ipasok nyo na lang itong 074 saka 0. So, 0.074 equals, then dalhin nyo lang yung cursor dito. Okay? 0 equals. Then press AC. Then 10. Then shift 1 regression. Shift 1 regression. No? Okay? Then, pagka shift 1 regression, i-press mo X equals. lalabas sa screen ngayon, ito ngayon yung D10, no? Ang makukuha nyo, 0.098. This is your D10. As expected, it is between 149 and 074. So, let us compute now our CU. Kasi ito yung basihan ng whether the soil is SW or not. Our CU, dito ko lagay ha, our CU is jungle bolo. Ito pala. So, let us now compute our CU. It's D60 over D10. Our D60 is 0.4465. Our D10 is 0.098. Okay? So, dito, 4.56. And this is not greater than 6. So, hindi niya na-meet yung SW. Tignan din natin tong CC. Yung CC naman natin, our CC is equal to D30 squared over D60 D10. Tama? So, this is going to be 0.1696 96 squared over D60 0.4465 times D10 0.098. Tama? So, pag sinolve mo yan, yung CC natin will be 0.0644. So, this is your CC is 0.0694. So, yung 0.0694, so if we compute this, what we will have here is 0.66. And 0.66 is not between 1 and 3. It's less than 1. So this is not satisfied because this is less than 6. This is not satisfied because this is not between 1 and 3. So therefore, both of this CU and CC requirement of SW are not satisfied. So therefore, your soil not meeting all requirements above. So your soil is SP. Poorly graded sand. Nakuha niya? Sige, kopya. So let us have etong AASTO system of classification. So we have here the data of SHIB analysis, and we are to classify 3 soil A, B, and C using AASTO system. So these are the choices for soil A. A26, 5, A26, 0, A1A, 0, A27, 2. Itong number sa loob ng parenthesis, group index. Okay? So, tatlo lang yung classification dito, A1A, A26, A27. So, dun sa table ng AASTO, these are the requirements nandyan sa notes natin, table 3.1. So, ito yung requirements para sa A1A, A26, A27. So, unahin natin sa A1A. Okay ba yung A1A na category? Okay? Pagka tama yung A1A, we don't have to check the group index kasi wala namang ibang A1A, no? Okay. Dito. 50 max. Ang ibig sabihin, 50 is the maximum value for number 10. And ours is 92. Which, lumagpas sa 50. So, ito, hindi na-satisfy. So, X siya, no? So, it means hindi siya A1A. Now, yung A26, sa number 235 is the max. Ito, 17. Hindi lumagpas sa 35, so okay to. So, sa liquid limit, 40 is the max. 36 to. So, hindi na-exceed to, so okay pa rin. Yung plasticity index, 11 is the minimum. Plasticity index using Padilla-Maypal, no? Minus PL. So, you have your 36 minus 60 minus 20, this is 16. Ang sabi dito, 11 is the minimum. Eto 16. So, okay, di ba? Pag sinabing 11 is the minimum, hindi pwedeng mas mababa sa 11. So, 16 siya. So, okay. So, lahat to na-satisfy. Ang problema, dalawa yung 826. Hindi na tayo mag-check sa 827. Na-satisfy naman yung 826. So, ang kailangan na lang natin yung group index. Correct? So, yung ating group index, sabi natin, is equal to 0.2 isa plus 0.01 2 decimals plus 0.005. This would be F minus 35, 15, 35. Okay? Then, pilo, lalaro, no? LL minus 40. Okay? Yung finest modulus, it is the percent passing number 200. So, which is 17. So, this is 17 minus 35, negative. So, kung negative, this will be 0. This is 0. 17 minus 15, 2. So, 0 na to. Baliwala na to. No? Ito na lang. 17 minus 15, 2. Okay yan. PI. Yung PI natin is 16. 16 minus 10, 6. Pwede. So, therefore, this is going to be 0 plus 0.01 times 17 minus 15. Sulat ko lang ha. Ito, 16 minus 10. And plus, this is 0. So, this is going to be, your group index is 0.12. 0.12, or this is 0. You get it? So, ibig sabihin, ang tamang sagot, A260. You follow? Sige, paki-absorb. What about number 15, soil B? These are the result of Shiv analysis, liquid limit, plastic limit. If we will subtract this liquid limit minus plastic limit, the plasticity index, you'll get here 18. 46 minus 28 is 18. So, these are the choices for soil B, A26, A24, A27, A25. And these are the group index. So, let us begin with A24. For A24, these are the requirement based from your table 3.1 in our module. So, 10 is the maximum, 35 is the maximum, and this is 33. So, this is satisfied. Sa liquid limit, 40 is the maximum, and this is 46, lagpas. So, this is not satisfied. So, it means it is disqualified for A24. Let's go to A25. For A25, 35 is the max. This is 33. So, okay. So, 41 is the minimum. This is 46. Pag sinabing 41 is the minimum, it must be 41 or more. This is 46. So, okay. So, 11 is the minimum. Pag sinabing 11 is minimum, 11 or more. And this is 18. So, okay. So, it is 8 to 5. No need to check yung group index kasi wala namang ibang 8 to 5. You follow? Okay. So, it must be letter B. Kuha niya? Sige, paki-absorb. What about number 16? Soil C. For soil C, these are the result of Shiv analysis, liquid limit, plastic limit. So, the liquidity index must be liquid limit minus plastic limit, 47 minus 24. This is 23. Now, these are the choices for classification of soil C. A4, A5, A7, 5, A7, 6. So, iba-iba sila. So, no need to check the group index. So, punta lang tayo dito sa A4. The requirement for A4 are this, based from your AASTO table provided in our module. So, 36 is the minimum and this is 63. So, okay. 40 is the maximum and this is 47. Lagpas. So, hindi na satisfy to. So, it means it's not A4. A5. 36 is the minimum. Satisfied. 41 is the minimum and this is 47. So, this is okay. 10 is the maximum and this is 23. So, this is not satisfied. So, it's not A5. So, this one. 36 minimum, 41 minimum satisfied. 11 is the minimum and this is 23. So, this is satisfied for both A7 and A76. Malalaman mo lang whether it is A75 or A76 if PI is less than LL minus 30 or this one, PI is greater than LL minus 30. Yung LL minus 30 natin, 47 minus 30, this is 17. Our PI is greater than LL minus 30, which is 17. Pagka greater than, it is A76. So, it must be letter D. Do you follow? Okay, sige, kopya.